Hey, Anna Banana, what's happening? I know it's early. I know Miss Jolene, hey, Arthur, what's happening, Jesse? Look, I know last night was supposed to be listen, I'm gonna make up for it tonight. If I don't do nothing else, I'm gonna get with Ryan and we gonna talk some things tonight. I just wanna get this out the way and because everyone's doing their own. I just figured I'd just go ahead and get this out the way real quick. I ain't even watched the movie and I know it was whack. I'm not gonna say it was whack. Candace, hey, drinks. No Patriot slander. No Patriot slander. Carly Crush. Kristen, all right. That's so terrible. On y'all, yeah, you know how I do. Haitian Fab, what's happening? Collins, what's happening? You know how I do when I do movie reviews. I get into the whole, I dig it up, okay? Take the head off. Can we get, no, Malcolm, what? Never. Patriots all day. What's wrong with you? Man, Anna Banana, I'm gonna get into all that. Oh my God, was it good? See, good is interpretation, and that could be subjective. Should you go see it? Yes, go see it. Remove the shackles. What's happening? Um, Genesis. Hey, good morning. Good morning. Yeah, I would say it's very ambitious, right? It's very ambitious. Word, it was whack. I didn't see it. I'm not saying it was whack. I gave it a 7 out of 10, Carly. So we're close. I gave it a 7 out of 10. Is it better than Get Out? No. This movie is not better than Get Out. Even though we're talking two different themes, two different, plots, and two different movies, but it's not better than Get Out. Omni, what's happening? Malcolm, yeah. It's not better than Get Out. To me, this is my opinion, okay? Now, let me get in. If you don't want to know what happened, log off because I'm going to unearth this thing. You know how I do. So if you don't want spoilers, by all means, log off. Jolene, this is nothing close to Get Out. Nothing. And for everyone that kept saying, oh, he's trying to give us a message, get out the U.S., stop. This is not a continuing title of Get Out the U.S. Stop. Nothing. There's nothing even remotely saying anything like that, okay? Now that I got that out the way, so many things wrong with this movie. so many things wrong with this movie. So many things wrong. So let's get into it. All right, yeah, at the amusement park with the little girl. Yeah, he really tried some Hitchcock. He really tried. And, God bless his heart. Like, Jordan Peele's going to be around for a long time at the rate he's going. Okay? Like, he's going to be like the black version of M. Night Shyamalan. And I like M. Night Shyamalan, so I don't know what to tell you. All right, so the little girl version of Adelaide, Lupita Nyong'o's character, right? At the music park with her daddy and the mother. I didn't realize the mother, Anna Diop, was from Starfire from the Teen Titans streaming movie service over DC. Hell, I didn't even realize that was her. I seen her name, right? Lane 2, what the fuck they got? We got 5-1. I mean, I'm over the song. All I know, he's doing the Twilight movie series reboot. I'm not sure about the Candyman. All right, so then the little girl's with her dad. Dad's playing whack-a-mole. Daddy is played by Yahya Abdul Mateen, Black Manta, as her daddy. He's half drunk, whatever. And I guess it's a strained relationship, marriage, whatever. Mom goes to the bathroom. Dad's playing whack-a-mole. Adelaide walks to the beachfront, and then walks into this. It says what? See yourself, right? Some spooky funhouse, right? Goes up in there, looking for the exit. Runs into a mirror. It's her, and then it turns out to be her doppelganger, her tethered. Right now, a lot of gems in this, because at some point in the movie, the little boy asks, well, how can they copy everybody on the planet? And if you know anything, like data centers like Google and Ancestry.com and 123andMe, these are nothing but huge data mining centers. Every time you donate blood, when someone's getting born in the hospital, when you die in the hospital, they're always collecting samples, okay? And you know the old adage is somewhere in the world you have a doppelganger, and I firmly believe that because I've told the story before. My stepdaughter sent me a picture of a nigga. She thought it was me. She thought I was in town, and the dude tried to holler at her. She sent me the picture, me and my wife. I'm like, oh my God. So yes, I am a firm believer. Doppelgangers. And I say not just one, but you have multiple doppelgangers. I'm not getting into multiverses, but you have a few versions of yourself running around this motherfucker somewhere. Okay. Now, the twist, listen, you don't have to be the smartest person in the room, but the twist you saw literally in that first 10 minutes of the movie. Okay. You saw it right there. I'm like, okay, here we go, right? And then at the beginning of the movie, it mentions underground tunnels, cities, mines, unused, whatever the case may be. So we all know there's cities underground, nothing new, right? But the fact that they're telling you this, okay, just rock with me, right? So the girl comes across her doppelganger, right? And then cutscene, Lupita's grown up and she wakes up, they're driving to the family house, summer house, whatever, out there in Santa Cruz. The husband, Winston Duke, he's a pussy. Okay, the dad is a pussy. Okay. Now I'm happy to see black family, some dark complected ass kids. The teenage girl looked good. She's a good looking girl, right? Dark complected. However you feel Lupita, is she a good looking woman? Dark complected? Yeah. Winston Duke's not an ugly dude. Now, let me get to the kids real quick. The son came across as like an idiot savant. For some odd reason, young boys, when matched up with the older sisters, are always like the weird one, or like the slow one, or the special one, or the one that needs extra time and attention from mommy. All right, that the boy was weird. He was off. All right, even though he's probably the smartest one out of all of them, still he had this little lighter thing. He's always flicking. Had this fool had a mask on. I'm thinking, oh no, another Michael Myers. Because remember how Michael Myers, the rebooted version of Rob Zombie, he had the mask. His mask was his true persona. The boys always run around with a monkey mask. It was a monkey mask. Don't forget, it was a monkey mask. Yeah, Annabelle, I thought he was probably autistic, right? Some like Rain Man or some shit like that, right? The dad was whack. He was a pussy, all right? I said it is what it is. He wasn't a manly man. He wasn't manly dad. He was like, oh, a jokey joke dad. Like, no, nigga. Like, but moving on. They get to the beach house. They get to the summer house. Now, if you missed the twist in the very beginning, there's always references and the clues when the dad says, hey, let's go to the boardwalk. And it cuts to her, Lupita, and her reaction. She's eating strawberries and she's like, the boardwalk? Why? She's always trying to get him out of it. She didn't want to go because she knew, if you realize down the road, she knew what the hell was going on. So they get to the boardwalk. The dad buys a boat. The boat engine has issues. It cuts out, veers to the left, which is a key point during the first encounter with their own tether. Okay, so the boat he buys, Crawdaddy, has it cut out and it veers to the left. Okay, so they get to the beach house where the summer cruise, the Santa Cruz. They meet up with the friends, the white neighbors, whatever the case may be. And of course, the Lupita's character is uneasy the whole time, right? And then the son, in mirror form as the mother did when she was young, and she walks off, comes across somebody's tether. All right. She recovers the boy. Don't you ever do this? Yada yada yada. I'm gonna skip some points. I'm not really gonna get into this thing too deep because let's get to the first. They're back home in the beach home. I'll be the first to admit, I did doze off in like the first 20 minutes. I'm sorry. So y'all forgive me if there's parts I'm missing. You guys may have to remind me. I did doze off for about 10 minutes of this movie in the very beginning. All right. It's in the theaters, Bumbleclot. It's in the theaters. So they meet the doppelgangers. You see in the trailers, hey, we can get crazy if you want to get crazy, whatever. The dad gets his ass whooped by his tether. All the tether can't speak. There's another important theme. Somehow, some way, Lupita Nyong'o's character, Red is the tethered version. Adelaide is no. Red. The tethered version is called Red, and Adelaide is the real doppelganger, right? That's the whole fucking twist, all right? So when initially going back to when she met her doppelganger, right? The little girl dragged herself and locked her in the bed with the handcuffs. I'm jump skipping a whole lot of shit, so please bear with me, right? And then everything you do here on the top, the tethered are doing on the bottom. So you got this up, on top, on bottom. Basically, a failed government experiment. When Red gets to breaking down why everything is the way it is, the government thought they could control the people on the top through clones on the bottom. But you can't clone a soul. We all know this. Transfer consciousness. You missing parts and pieces of people when you start replicating them, whatever the case may be, however many methods you do it. They don't have a soul. So the powers that be was like, well, we can't use them. They're no good. They're not going to get the mission accomplished. Let's abandon the entire project. So you have this entire underground facilities all over the world of these cloned replicants with no direction, no purpose, nothing. So now the black woman, being Red or Adelaide, was the messiah to lead the tether to take on those that live at the top, because those on the bottom, as any class war would tell you, those on the bottom feel that those on the top don't appreciate what they have, and those on the bottom want what those at the top cannot or don't have. Classism. The black woman is God. So many different tropes in this. All right, so now when on top Adelaide was doing a dance recital, on bottom, of course, Red is doing the same thing. So then the tether are like, oh my God, you're special. You can do different things. Plus, you can somewhat talk, because the tether can't talk. That's why they all grunt and growl, yada, yada, yada. So they decide to pick her as the messiah to lead them to the promised land. And the whole focus was this Hands Across America thing. Y'all remember, for those old heads, Hands Across America, the nonprofit organization for whatever. I don't remember what this shit was all about, to be honest with you. All right, so this whole thing about Hands Across America. So I'm going back. So the tether break into the home, and they're trying to kill them one by one. Each of them have their own little battles, have to fight their own selves, right? So dad injures his knee, gets dragged off like a little girl, screaming and crying by his tether, right? Drag him outside. Red makes Adelaide handcuff herself to the table, and then she tells the daughter to run. She sends the tether after the girl to run it down. The little boy goes into the closet with his tether, and mommy's like, show him your tricks. Because I guess something about you, he uses an ambulance to leave the door open. Once you close the door, he somehow can't just open the door when it's in complete darkness, which makes no sense. Whatever. So there's a brief background of each tether, real brief. The main one was I thought was important was the little boy. Because when Red sent the boy to play the other boy, she's like, don't burn the house down. She had this real crazy ass voice. Apparently her vocal cords were damaged. during the attack initially when she was younger. That's why she talked the way she talked. Plus, tethers can't talk. Technically, she's not a real tether. She's not a real doppel. She's a real person. And the one on top, Adelaide, is the actual doppelganger, which is why she would revert to her old original self. She would grunt here and there during certain fight scenes and attacks. When she was killing the one of the twins, she started grunting. And when she, killed Adelaide or Red at the end, she started grunting. The son had seen it, and he picked up on it and said, hey, oh, that you're one of them, but you're my mom anyway, and I love you. I'm jumping around really, really bad. Okay, so in the closet, the little boy does a little flick thing, and the tether shows him his injuries because the mother said, don't burn the house down. Clearly, the boy has half his face burnt the fuck off because he likes to play with fire. All right, little pyro man. So then the little boy uses his little trick, kicks out the ambulance door, locks. The boy's not locked in. The darkness encapsulates him. He can't get out. He runs off. Red goes back to see what the problem is. Lupita grabs a fire poker, breaks out the handcuffs. So this whole chase ensues. The daughter is running from herself. And then she come across a neighbor. She's like, hey, get off my car. What are you doing? And she goes to stab the neighbor dude while the girl runs off. The dad gets lucky. He gets dragged to the boat. They're on the boat. He's in a plastic bag. He can see out of the hole. And the engine stops. So he's like, oh, this is my time to act. So then he breaks out of the bag, hits him over the head with the baseball bat, knocks the tether in the water. And then the engine cuts back on and jumps him in the water as well. Engine cuts back on, drags him, the boat, and the tether. Dude swimming. Okay, gets back on the boat. The tether pops up behind him. They're struggling. He's about to get stabbed with the scissors. This is the tether's idea of the red jumpsuits, the glove, and the scissors to cut the ties of the tether. You're cutting the ties, basically, like an umbilical cord. The whole thing is attachment, cutting the umbilical cords. Dad's about to get stabbed in the eye. He literally lets himself plop on the engine of the motor of the boat. The boat comes to life, sucks the tether in, cuts him all up. He's dead. So now Dad's about to get the boat and go back to shore to get the family. Somehow the mother and the son and the daughter all reunite back at the house. He's like, hey, I got the boat. Come on. And they're in a chase. They get on the boat. They go to next door. Now, next door, the white neighbors, Kitty and Jesse, and there's 2 twin daughters. Yo, the twins. And so now they get attacked by their tethers. They have this thing called Ophelia, like Alexa, right? Or Cortana. And the mother, she's blood gushing, she's crawling on the floor, and she's like, Ophelia, call the police. And then she said, okay, playing fuck the police. Starts playing fuck the police. How's that for a silliness? She gets stabbed. They all dead. Tethers are, playing around, whatever. They show up, and they're like, oh, no, you're not them. So then chase ensues again. They're all in the house, whatever. The dad lures the tethered father out to lure him into his boat. Inside, what the hell? The female tether neighbor ties Lupita to the bed. The daughter and the son grab a fire poke or grab a golf club and it's an amethyst statue, and they go looking to see where they drag the mother off to. Come across the first twin. The young sister puts in work, kills the first twin. Right? It's good, of course, more strong black woman-ish. It's just the beginning. It's just the beginning. And they come across, they find a mother. The female neighbor tethers putting on makeup, whatever the case may be, and she sees her tethered husband, and Lupita's husband fighting in the boat. She gets to looking sad, and she starts laughing, yada, 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 putting on makeup. Weird, man. They come across the second twin, knock the second twin down on the first floor into a glass table. You think she's dead. She's not dead. And then they go... the female tether is beating up the young black girl. The son comes from behind her, hits in the head with the fucking statue thing, whatever. They free him. They go back downstairs, and they're all meeting. Oh, go back to the boat fight scene. The dad somehow beats up the male Tether. Dad's got 2 kills. Even though he's a pussy, he's got 2 kills. All right. They meet back at their house. Dad's like, hey, we just stay here. They find out everything's going on across the world. They watch news. All the Tethers are attacking. Now, Lupita's like, no, we need to leave. And because it's a war, they've been planning this. So it's just letting you know that she knows what's going on with what their motives are and with how they military, how they're going to progress. She's like, we need to leave and do this and this and that. He's like, no, we got food, clothing, shelter. We stay here. And she says, I'm not listening to you anymore. Strong black woman. I'm not listening to you anymore. I was like, oh shit. So the kids are like, so are we going to stay or we're going to leave? They end up leaving. Then another argument ensues about who's going to drive. So they start matching up. Who has the most kills decides who gets to drive. Of course, dad is in the passenger seat. They let the daughter drive. The daughter decides that she's going to drive regardless, period. Before they leave, they're looking for the second body of the second twin. She's not there. The twin comes out. I totally forgot how they killed the second twin, y'all. Frying pan? No? I forget. Whatever. So they kill everybody. They leave. They're in a. Also, then their main tether, the little boy, although the girl's in front of the road. They tried to run the girl down. They couldn't. She's on top of the roof. She's stabbing the sunroof with the scissors. And she stops the car. Girl flies into the front, and she's still trying to stab the windshield. And the girl speeds up and stops abruptly. The girl tether flies off in the bushes. Her back is completely broken, like she's bent backwards over against the on a branch or some or a limb. So the mother goes out. Strong mother. Here we go again. This is part everyone missed, I'm sure. Before she gets out to go look for the injured tether, the husband wants to go lean in to give her a kiss. And she's like, and she leaves. Did y'all peep that? No, the dad had the most kills. The dad had 2 kills. Right? So did y'all see how she didn't want him to kiss her? Like, and some shit like that. I would think you would give your wife a kiss, like, hey, okay, because his knees fucked up. You really, but whatever. Yeah, she gave him the look like, nigga, please. And she went out to go look for the tether. She found the tether. Tether's smiling and giggling, trying to reach out for her. Of course, another clue again. She couldn't kill her own. She's like, shh. She's trying to calm it down. And she Tether's all bent over backwards, still trying to reach out for her. And she eventually dies. Whatever, okay? So that's it's so many weak allusions to what is really going. You can't be this slow and not say, hey, something's not right. All right, moving on. They get to so they go back to the beach house? I mean, the Santa Cruz. Somehow she knows where the shit is. Somehow she just magically knows where to go back to the boardwalk. This is when they come across the tethered boy, and he's in front of the car. What he did was they went underneath the car, cut the gas line, so the gas is leaking, and he's trying to do this, whatever. And the boy, the autistic little boy that he is, he says, hey, it's a trap. Everybody gets out, and you see the trail of gasoline, and the boy flicks the match. Well, he's trying to flick the match. The boy realizes everything you do on top, they do on bottom. So he gets out, holds his hands up in the cross, starts walking backwards, makes the boy walk backwards into the burning car there, because they burned their car. They went to their house first and burned their car. So as the boy's walking back, he makes the tether walk back. He consumed with flames. He's dead. Then the female mother, the tethered mother's right there next to the next vehicle, snatches the little boy up. So now the mother, being the strong black woman she is, she got to go save her son. So she knows exactly where to go into the fun house, to go downstairs, down the escalator, to go. And then it's this underground facility, whatever the case may be. And there's news footage of the tethers attacking everybody, going ape shit, whatever the case may be. So they're down the underground facility. Rabbits, Rabbit's fertility, Ishtar, and then also in the story, Red was like, yo, all we had was rabbit, bloody and raw, and it's just crazy voice, right? When she's breaking down the story why the rabbits are so important, because that's all they had to eat was rabbits. Now, when she's walking down the underground facility, you see all the tethers. It does a flashback scene to when she was young, before she got snatched up, or before she replaced old girl. Everything that night, everybody's doing up top, activities and stuff, they're all doing on the bottom in some real demented way, right? It's pretty slick, to be honest with you. The comparison contrast shots, it's pretty slick. So then you see the classroom, all the rabbit cages open, the rabbits are all over the freaking place, man. So I look at the end of the okay, so yeah, her and Red, they get into it. Clearly, it's a revenge story, right? It's a revenge story. You know who to root for. Do you root for the tethered, or do you root for the people at top? Whatever. So they get this one-on-one combat. Of course, somehow this tethered just knows how to duck and dodge and evade, and know how to injure her opponent, because old girl swinging with the golf club or the poker and just missing badly, and the tether's just doing her little thing with the scissors like this, and just miss, snipe, miss, snipe, right? And they keep flashing back to her performance, her ballet performance, whatever the case may be. So then she's about to come up behind her. She turns around and stabs her in the chest with the poker. And then there's this whistling song, because remember when when Adelaide first went into the funhouse, she was whistling Itsy Bitsy Spider. Itsy Bitsy Spider is the song that she kept whistling. And then the tethers, she's bleeding out. She's trying to whistle. And then she wraps the handcuffs around her neck, snaps her fucking neck. See, over, thank you, sir. Yeah, definitely go see it. Out matinee though. Matinee. Do not do this a general admission. This is a matinee. So yeah, okay, so then the son is in the locker. She's like, come here, baby, don't you ever, whatever, I got you, whatever the case may be. But when she's killing, or she's fighting, whatever, she grunted again, when she snapped the neck with the handcuffs. She was, and of course the son is the second time the son has seen her do this. Okay, so he already knows that she's one of them, which is why she was so hesitant to kill her own kind. That was her kind. That's why she, who else? That's why she screamed when she snapped the neck, just like Zod and Man of Steel, when Kal-El had snapped Zod's neck, and Zod's like, Kal-El's like, I just killed my own kind. He had a moment he freaked out, started screaming, and same thing here. She screamed out loud because she killed her own kind. So then they all reunite. They drive off in an ambulance, and then there's this long cutaway shot, rolling shot across the mountains, and you see all these everybody in red jumpsuits, that tether all across basically the world, how they do it, or across the country, all interlocked hands. And then you see two helicopters, a third helicopters, and then you see smoke and fire. So I guess it could leave a door open for a sequel. I would rather see a prequel. I'd rather see that first. I don't care about a sequel. They do a sequel, it's fine, but I'd rather see a prequel to this. I didn't love this movie. You're not going to love this movie either. You're not going to love it. Turf, what's that? Definitely matinee worthy. 6 out of 10. I gave this 7, but yes, thank you, sir. Definitely matinee. Definitely matinee. Like, I'm all for supporting our own when we get a chance to show our talents and skills. Save and sanctify what's happening. So I wasn't in love with this movie. It's not better than Get Out to me. Yes, you do have, on the base level, you do have strong black woman syndrome. Upper levels, there's cloning, there's the soul issue, the tether, so she did switch out with the real, when she bucked her eyes, and then they shows where she reached out and choked the girl out, and she passed out. She drags her and back down underground, locks her into the bed, changes her t-shirt, has that crazy ass look in her face, right? And then there's a scene where her parents are with psychiatrists, and they're like, why can't she talk? She's only missing for 15 minutes. That's when you knew, man, the switch was there. because the tether can't speak. So as she grew up, she had to learn how to talk all over again. But mind you, this is a tether learning all this stuff. All right. And then that back, and the real girl had to grow up, as a savage, which is why this was basically a revenge movie at the end of the day. I'm not going to trash it. I'm not going to disparage it. I know a lot of people, certain movie reviewers are already putting their little spin on it. They want to give like a reason why to not to like as much as they, what I'm saying? Like it's politics, you know how it is. Like I said, go see it as a matinee. You're not going to love it. It's watchable. And if you have the intelligence of an ant, you should be able to pick it up pretty quick. Like you didn't need to see my review or anyone else's reviews and they'll say, hey, that's a little bit off. But yeah, the dad was a pussy. The kid was the smartest. The boy, idiot savant. Then she's giving a speech. One child had a beautiful daughter. The other child gave birth to a monster. The whole duality thing, man. The whole upper lower classism theme. It's all in this. Like Jordan Peele threw so much. He crammed so much into this. It was too much. It was too much. You know what I mean? So that's just my take on the movie review. I will put this on my movie review channel, but definitely matinee, guys. Now I gotta go. We're right here at jiu-jitsu practice, so I gotta go ahead and watch me put foot to ass on these little boys. Yeah, that was pretty much it. I'm sorry. Let me attempt to go through these comments, and I say attempt because there's a lot of y'all. It's a lot. Bear with me. Is this review going to ruin it? I don't. No, don't let my opinions sway you anyway. I'm telling you to go see it. Just at a matinee. Husband said you can have everything you want. Yeah. Feminism. Witchy witch, yes, as above, so below. So true. So true. I missed the first 20 minutes to my VCR tape was blurry. Prince O'Mill, man, I'm telling you. Yeah, Jeremiah 11. So Jeremiah 11, for all you Bible junkies, basically it says, I called out to you will call out to me, but I will not answer. Basically, one of those type of passages. That's Jeremiah 11 in a nutshell. You will call out to me, and I will not answer. Right? Well, I barely recognize what VCR stood for when you said it. That's funny. Funny. I mean, like I said, it's a decent movie. Like I said, for us, it's important that this movie do well. Because we're always complaining about Hollywood. Well, here's your chance to do something about Hollywood. Go see the movie, right? So, Brother Benjamin Hector, it was dope. Well, you have a better outlook on the movie than I did, sir. I wouldn't say it was dope, but after this movie review, I need to smoke. The daddy couldn't lift it back this week. Yeah, Dad was ineffective in like the first. Yeah, when it really came down to it. Well, he had 2 kills though, but they were like almost like meaningless kills, right? They let Dad kill 2 almost insignificant characters, like, what's happening, man, bro? I'm jiu-jitsu practice, bro. That's why reason why I'm here, getting this up and out of here. I saw yesterday afternoon. It was definitely lackluster. Like I said, it was I just think he put too much into it. But hey, I'm not a filmmaker. It's easy for me to sit back here and critique everything wrong with this movie, and so it is what it is. But yo, there's a couple. The only real, I don't know, jump scares. If you consider the owl coming out the wall when the daughter first walks in the fun house, the owl popping out, that was a jump scare. And then the second time when she went back as an adult, it popped out and she busted open. She busted up with the with the poker. That was funny. I laughed at that point. Because I got it. I'm like, okay, I remember. She remembers the owl and whatever. The second jump scare, I guess with the little boy. The little boy, because he was crawling all around on all fours, and they would chop and edit some of his movements, so that way it's like a really herky jerky movement, and like he was moving faster than humanly possible. That was okay, I guess, you know what I'm saying. So True Teller, he's trying to figure out why they couldn't talk. Yeah, tethers can't talk, but the only reason she could talk because she was not a tether. They didn't know that, right? When the girl dragged her down there and whatever, they're not like, oh, remember you dragged this girl down there. No, they just thought she was special. Hence, the black woman is God in this particular movie. So she was the chosen one. She was the Messiah to lead them to the promised land, right? In this war against the above class. So a tether, it's like a cord, or you bind somebody, like an umbilical cord is a tether. Or when you attach something to something, it's a tether. It's not that deep. Not that deep. Listen, I don't know. I've already talked about Avengers Endgame. I got my list. You niggas gonna owe me some money when this movie come out in May. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say about Avengers Endgame. So I'm gonna get up out of here. Go see the movie. I'm not telling you not to go see it. I'm telling you to go see it at a matinee. Oh, Sheila, hey. So are the clones super strong? No, but they're wildly aggressive. Well, now I take that back. The dad clone was pretty strong because, mind you, he was dragging dude by his leg like he was nothing. So in certain instances, they did exhibit above average strength. But like the twins were very feral in their attacks. So, I don't know, if you get into a fight with somebody that's wilding out, you would probably deem them as stronger than you, but it's just herky, wild movements and amped up aggression. It doesn't necessarily make somebody stronger. But the dad, I think, definitely exhibited a little bit more strength than average, because basically it says the dude, Winston Duke, is what, 6'4", 6'5", 270, 280. Of course, he couldn't drag. I'm just saying, for movie purposes, the way he dragged his tether or his around by the leg, and the dude was like screamed like a little bitch, as he's being drugged out the door. Red didn't exhibit real super strength at all. I didn't see that, nor the daughter, nor the son. But the twins were very feral in their attack, very, very feral. So I wouldn't necessarily say they were strong, because remember, when the first twin attacked the young sister. Okay, only reason I would say she was a bit stronger because she was bigger than the girl. Because remember at the beach scene, right? The twins, when they walked up to old girl, you can tell the twins were like, oh, these some country fed girls. They were they looked about 5'10", 5'9", and they were built. So you can tell, like, them girls, you just weren't gonna knock them down, Yeah, the daughter being a track star. Remember at the table, she said she didn't want to run track anymore, right? She's like, I don't want to run track anymore, and she hadn't been practicing. And when she ran, I'm like, this is the track chick. Oh, her form was terrible, for one, and yeah, she was extremely slow to me. But yeah, them twins, man, them twins were solid. So, all right, enough about that. That's my movie review for us. Go see it, matinee. You're not gonna like it. You're not gonna love it. You're gonna like it. Not better than Get Out. Not better than Get Out. And stop with the Get Out the U.S. Stop. No, I don't want to hear that.